Mexico is known as the Land of Enchantment. This is due to the state's culture, architecture, scenery, and cuisine. But as you will see, New Mexico is also a land of mystery, of lost and buried treasures. Some of these treasures are worth more than a king's ransom, and they are all up for grabs to anyone who can locate them. In this video, you will learn about the 5 best treasures worth hunting for in New Mexico. Treasure number 1. In 1836, a prospector by the name of Adams was out in the hills outside Pinos Altos when he came across a small stream that was laden with gold. In just one afternoon, he managed to collect close to 30 pounds of gold. While heading back into town, he was ambushed by some Indians and was wounded quite bad, but still managed to get away. By the time he got to town, he was almost dead, and just before he died, he told of the gold in that small creek. After he died, they found his bag with the 30 pounds of gold, so they knew the gold find was for real. However, after many years of searching, no one has ever found the source of that gold to this day. Treasure number 2. In 1874, thieves held up a stagecoach traveling through what is now modern-day Gallup. It is said that the stage was loaded with over $70,000 worth of gold and silver bullion. This amount of gold and silver was very heavy for the bandits to take all at once, so they supposedly buried the whole lot somewhere near the Window Rock, which is on the New Mexico-Arizona border. A posse was sent after them, but it seems that the thieves headed further west into Arizona and got away. It is highly unlikely they attempted to return to retrieve the gold, because there was big rewards for their capture. Treasure number 3. Back during the days when stagecoach traffic was heavy on the Santa Fe Trail, bandits held up a stage loaded with 25 bags of gold coins valued at $150,000. This gold was to be deposited in a bank in the town of Cimarron, New Mexico. This amount of bullion was too much to carry at one time, so the gold was quickly buried. While the bandits were stashing the gold, they themselves were attacked by a band of Indians and all were killed. However, one of the bandits managed to hide and eventually snuck away. Fearing for his life, he never returned, but it is said that he told a friend where the gold was buried. It is said that they buried the loot where there were 3 big boulders just off the trail between Cimarron and Ute Park. Treasure number 4. During the California gold rush, some men made a fortune, and while not wanting to stay in California, many of these men headed back east to where they once lived. On one of these excursions in the late 1850s, a group of miners were attacked by natives and all of them were killed. It is said that these men buried over $600,000 worth of gold just before they were attacked. Somewhere around the site of the attack is where the buried gold could possibly be. This location is about 4 miles northwest of Tucumcari, New Mexico. Treasure number 5. Along the old Santa Fe Trail, there is a fresh water spring where travelers used to stop and rest. This spot was also known as the Point of Rocks. In 1851, 2 prospectors were camped out at this place because it was said that Indians were roaming in the area, and the 2 men decided it might be too risky to travel. These 2 men were packing over $50,000 worth of gold and decided to bury it in case of an attack. No one knows for certain what happened, but it is said that the men were most likely attacked and killed. If this gold does exist, it would probably be buried close to where the 2 men were camped, somewhere in the Point of Rocks area. $50,000 worth of gold back then would be worth millions today. I hope you enjoyed this short story about the 5 lost treasures in New Mexico. Please like, share, and subscribe so we can continue to bring you more old lost mine stories.